All right, everyone, Supreme Kami over here. So we are over at the Gundam Breaker Mobile's webpage over here. So looks like today we actually got a developer notes over here. So let me do kind of quickly talk about what we have over here. So this is not a version 3.4 update. So if anyone is wondering like why are we not getting any footnotes for that, it's simply we're not really getting that anytime soon, I guess. So but in terms of the title for this one, it's going to be our what is it? Our schedule moving forward and maintenance information over here. So this is just dropped a few hours ago. So here's going to be a little bit of a introduction over here. So greeting players, this is a Gundam Breaker mobile teams over here. Today we'll be sharing some information about the upcoming maintenance and our schedule moving forward. So here and there they are going to be talking about some hardships that we are going to be getting. So let me just talk about that real quick. So if we scroll all the way down over here, so this is what we are going to be getting in terms of the for them dropping this newsletter over here. So in terms of this over here, so a lot of people, if you guys were playing around last year around this time, like the April Fool's time, so last year they made a tweet about, you know, I believe it was like the first 1,500 players that actually reached you or something like that. I think those specific player gets like 1,500 hardships, but at the end of the day they actually quadrupled that. It's actually 6,000. So I think it was more or less like April Fool's kind of joke or whatever, and then I think we were able to get 6,000 hardships over a course of like a month. So basically every day when you log in, like the first initial login day, you get 1,500, and then for the remainder of the month whatsoever, you'll be getting 150. So this is pretty much what they were doing, I guess, in compensation, or more or less trying to mimic what they have done last year. So that's not bad actually. 3,000 hardships is better than nothing. You also do get some other stuff as well. So energy strong or recovery strong is definitely gonna be nice. Some daily tickets also good, and then some growth hanger tickets 5. So this is not specified whether or not that's gonna be like the blue version of it or the white version of it. So also gonna be 10,000 friend points over here. So that's kind of good. So moving back up over here, so there's a lot, you know, kind of like a quality update, I would have to say. I think this is definitely a very good quality update, and then it's just making things a lot more streamlined. So I think it's just going to be a lot more easier to just play the game. There's not going to be too many items like crawling in our box or whatsoever, so that's going to be good. So this is to talk about like the 2.5-year anniversary. This is all the way back in January if I remember right. Because we got something like that back in January. It's already April, and it's about time they drop something, because like in about a week or two, it's technically supposed to be like a 3.4 update if they want to put everything like aligned with last year. But we haven't really got any of like a development notes whatsoever, so kind of glad that they're dropping it around this time, so like not to worry about anything. So this is just talking about how all the players enjoying the apps, and the wonderful community has to grow around, so that's kind of good. So 3-year anniversary is definitely approaching, you know. I believe maybe somewhere around July area, that is when we should be getting some, you know 3rd-year anniversary hype, I guess. So we are, 3 months away. So if you guys are talking about, hardships management, I mean, like, yes, you better start saving up, because we don't know when it's like the next meta changing stuff that can be. So that's why it's definitely going to be good to have some good hardships in your bag, I gotta say. So this one is going to be the future schedule that they are planning to implement soon. So basically this is like going to be like an outline for like a month-to-month period over here. So we got week 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is pretty much what we are expecting to have in terms of like this game content wise over here. So this one is listing out all the blocks of having like a event mission, and then alternative week you are getting a custom made mission. So it's something we have kind of spotted like probably a month ago, like when we first had the 3.3 update. So I'm kind of glad they're bringing it back, because like literally on that in the release week of the version 3.3, we just had it for that week and it was gone. We pretty much didn't do anything with that, so that's kind of like okay. And then we also do have the crew motion mission up here. So it looks like they're gonna be splitting it up, so it's not gonna be like a back-to-back weeks, so they're going to be doing it alternative week as well. So this one should be the boss fight, the limited time multi-mission box, so that should be good. These one are going to be good, because like if they are doing it as like a separately, like a brand new mission, for example, this is just a good way for us to get some good horses from there, so that's actually good. So it looks like the battle circuit should still remains as like a 3-week period kind of thing. So it looks like down here they are going to do a little bit more explanation of like how things actually work. So they are going to transition to doing like an alternative, like an event mission, and then like a custom made mission week. So that should be quite refreshing, I guess. And then in terms of the multi-mission wise, they are going to do a alternative week for the crew and then the regular mission one. So we should be expecting to fight more of like the big Sam bosses, maybe the hash mall, perfect strike, Gundam and all that. So that should be quite interesting. So down here you'll be able to obtain multi-mission coins from what is it, crew multi-mission, which you can use to exchange for revival parts. So this is huge because looks like we are going to be able to use the crew, like the multi-mission coins, to exchange for revival parts. So that's going to be huge. Arena parts as well, so probably some prior ones, so they could have decided revival, I guess, I don't know. And then just some other capsule tickets and decal and more, so that's kind of good. And then mission and achievement will also be adjusted accordingly to the new event schedule. Okay. And then however there will not be any major changes, so that is good to see. So it looks like in terms of like the overall haul of this is we're not really losing out in terms of the amount of rewards we're getting. So that's always like the most concerning thing is, right, are we going to be losing out in terms of what kind of rewards we're getting? So it looks like we're not, just by looking at the statement. So that is kind of good to see. And then up next, this is going to be a huge thing right here though. You guys see a build project material. So it looks like that according to this, by clearing certain mission, not really certain, but just saying clearing any mission, we will be able to obtain build project material. So you don't have to summon for them. So that's kind of like a very good way moving forward into the game, because like right now we are approaching, let's say, 30th anniversary already. So for them to make build project part a little bit more accessible to the general player base is definitely a very good milestone. Whether or not the next set of build project part or the build project part are going to be on par with something we have seen prior to that, that is definitely yet to see. So hopefully they can still remain like a pretty good part to be looking at, not something that can be, let's say, replaced with like a, the following week of a release or whatsoever, right? So that's gonna be good. So we should be able to achieve or get them from the achievement and then exchange. So that's gonna be good. That's always gonna be nice. And then we hope these changes will make it easier. Yeah, definitely gonna be a lot more easier. So it's not gonna be very rigid where you have to summon like at least a lot to get those build project part. And then it looks like that they're just doing a lot of main streamlining where you don't have to use a lot of coins, for example. And then here are going to be some changes overview over here. So looks like the schedule for the arena is not going to be changing. So 1v1 and then 3-on-3 are still going to be held each week. So that's good to see. Battle circuit, like they mentioned, is not going to be changing. So it will last for a 3-week period over here. The scenario battle event will open on the first Monday after. I don't like this part. I don't really not too much concern of. Maybe they're just changing like what kind of like day we are expecting. So these is just something, I believe the ultimate mission or something they add like later on the weeks. It's not something we get on the initial reset of the week. So it looks like, are they actually keeping the same schedule as well? But this is a huge part as well. So in addition, they will no longer require like a specific token to play. So let me actually jump back into the game to show you guys what we're talking about or what they're talking about. So what they mean by that, because if we do go over to the mission real quick, so this is something we typically need when we do play the ultimate mission, and I have seen people actually lost the key or not able to obtain the key. So removing that kind of like a feature or that specific requirement is actually a pretty huge thing to look at. So the ultimate mission, right? So you need that token up there, which like I have seen people actually not get it somehow. Like if you do clear every one of those event mission or those event achievement, you should be able to get that, but you're no longer requiring that. So that is actually going to be huge. So let me move back to the page real quick. Some other stuff that they're not going to be doing anymore. So right here, so every Monday they're doing like a free capsule extend. So this is where you can get some you can summon for some standard force support. This is not like the Soul Criteria or the Gundam Fest part. So these are simply standard part and some other 3-stars and 2-star parts. So that is going to be ending on the 10th. So in about next week they will be ending that. But what is it? So you will be able to trade the capsule extend ticket in the exchange shop instead. So it looks like that they're adding that somewhere else to exchange in terms of like actually clearing mission for that. So that is definitely something we will have to look up for later eventually. So this is gonna be another set part that they are gonna be removing. So the event part upgrade project is simply I call them the bingo set every week. So there are going to be ending that actually this upcoming one. So this is like as the recording of this, we are having the what is it? The Isaac E whatever that unit is called. So after that week, we're not gonna be getting that anymore. So that is quite sad, honestly, because the sheer amount of resources that we are able to get back. You know, just being able to upgrade a warfare part to level 90 and getting back those resources are actually pretty huge. So but unfortunately they are going to be discontinuing that for the time being. But like I think the biggest prize from doing the bingo set is actually the premium capsule extend, but we are still going to be able to get that via the event point achievement. So hopefully in terms of event point achievement, they're not going to make the, let's say, the bar really high. Like hopefully it doesn't require us to have like a bajillion of event points in order to get that. So that is definitely something we will have to kind of see once it actually drop. Okay, so up next there is going to be the premium event capsule. So these one right here, these are simply, let me switch back over to the game real quick. So these are something we usually get every other, like I think once a month. So these are something where you can summon for the alternative attribute for the F91, and then the Easy 8, and then you have the Gundam TR1. So those are typically places where you, these you can get them. So in terms of what we are looking at, let me actually filter by capsule. So what they're referring to is actually this this little guy up here, so premium capsule metal, and then the premium just the regular capsule. So it looks like if we switch back over here, so it looks like it will be what? So it'll be made regularly available. So that's actually good, because the only way to really get them nowadays is actually just by clearing a lot of those missions on that specific week. So it looks like that we will be able to obtain more. It doesn't specify the more, but it just says that we will be able to get them via the event mission, achievement, and more. So that's definitely just a very good. Just being able to get a lot more of this is just really good in general. And then up next, they will be talking about the premium material will be So looks like, all right, so let me go back to the game once again. So looks like what they're doing. So right now we're getting something called these, right? You know, we hop over to the homepage real quick. If we click on the daily supply stash up here, we are right now getting the premium capsule fragment, for example. So it looks like that they are going to be rebranding that into the build project material instead. So it looks like that we might be losing out on that specific summoning feature. So I don't know how I feel about that, because like they say, like up here, right? Was it up here that they say we can still get them somewhere here, right? Kind of lost it. Yeah, it says that we'll still be able to get that, but it looks like that they're rebranding that. So I don't know, right? Are they oh, the material, hold up, where is that at? The premium material, do I even have that? Hold up, wait, never mind. I think I might have gotten that confused myself as well. So the premium material, have you even gotten that yet? Because all I can see in my box is we have the platinum coins. Like I don't know what is the premium material. You guys can definitely let me know, let me know that. Like where is that even at? Hello? Yeah, like I'm going through my box right now. Wait, hold up. Oh, these one over here. Okay. So these are something. Wait, hold up. Wait. Oh, I think I know what they are. So these looks like they are to use to exchange with. Okay, so it's these right here. So every month we are able to get 16 material to exchange for like some standard part. So these are going okay. So that is actually good. I definitely like that part of it, because in terms of the premium material that we have nowadays, it's actually used to only exchange for some standard part and then some palette. So having the ability to get some build project part is actually good. But I would like to have the ability to either get either or, for example. That would be great. But it looks like that we are just only going to be able to get the build project material. So hopefully it may be the same thing, just a different name, and just being able to get some build project part, I guess. You'll be able to obtain the build project material as a reward for various achievements during the event and exchange for build project part and AI palette. So that's huge. Okay, so up next we have the Sena couple over here. So this one, so prior to that, we are only able to kind of exchange some of that via what were we able to exchange that for? So it looks like they are gonna make that coins a lot more accessible as well. So that's gonna be good because like I don't think anyone would ever go for this one. Maybe you guys do like that unit for example, but I certainly have not really gotten all that much yet. So I mean it's kind of good. Okay. No, it's actually under the premium material as well. Not that I'm checking right now. So let's say if you're not able to collect all the premium material, I think this is definitely the next best thing to get on the roster because there's pretty much nothing else to get. So being able to get this one a little bit more accessible, that's actually huge. And then okay, so this is gonna be the next change that they're doing. So in terms of the event mission that grant mode, so most of something you can use to exchange for prior weeks warfare mission or warfare parts. So it looks like that they're not gonna be holding that anymore. So any revive parts from past events or warfare parts or arena exchange part will be added to the multi exchange instead. So it looks like that their lineup will change periodically. So that means that a lot of people that had missed out on the original, like the back in OG days when we have, let's say, the Rising Kingdom, just for example, right? So it looks like that they are going to be making that extremely accessible. So now talking about rerun is probably going to be something that I think a lot of people may have hopes of getting some of the previous warfare unit that they're not able to get. So that is definitely another milestone that they're going to be changing. So that's good. So this one is going to be the Gunpla Fragment. So that is still something we get on a typical basis. So the Gunpla week is right now we are on the 86. So let's see what they are going to be changing that to. So in terms of Gunpla Fragment, what are they doing now? So okay, what is it? Exchange parts for revive capsule parts. Okay, so this one looks like we will be able to obtain that via the mission, the creative made mission moving forward. So okay, so this looks like that they're just shipping things around in terms of where to get that. So it's not looking like they're changing what you can actually do with that. So okay, what is this one over here? So you also be able to exchange fragment for specific little bit parts and pilot. That is an interesting one right there. So they're not really talking about where to get that yet, or is it still part of? Okay, so this one still looks like it's part of the Gunpla Fragment, so they're adding a little bit more to that. So that is good. So this one is just simply talking about the like the weekly event boosting. So this is just simply listing out how to check it probably. So the pickup parts when the capsule release at the okay. So they're just doing a lot of some major changes to some of these. Okay, you guys definitely take a look in depth of this one over here, but it looks like that they are going to be making it a little bit more accessible to get the event boosting. So that is probably a very good thing if I'm reading this correctly. So we just have to look forward to that to see how that actually works. So what is so something that is released during the event is not going to grant the event boosting. Okay, something that they're going to be discontinued looks like is going to be the 3-star mode. So we don't need that anymore in terms of exchanging for prior weeks, or as they call it, the revival event part. So that's good. This one is going to be discontinued as well. The leisure capsule ticket summoning is this thing over here. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this banner a lot already. So they are simply going to be discontinued this one, I guess. So okay. And then last or least, it's going to be the premium material that is going to be transitioned into the build project material. And that is going to be pretty much it. So this is definitely a hefty quality of update that I think a lot of people should be happy for, just because they're simply making a lot of items that are going to be easier to obtain. But we'll definitely see what are the quantity as they do release it. Is it going to be like a big quantity, or is it going to be something you do have to grind a lot? Because at the end of the day, in terms of like kind of doing the event mission, I think the worst case scenario that I'm worried about is definitely the energy. So if they would make the energy cost, I don't know, I don't think they can make it a little cost less, for example. But if they will make more ways for us to get those, I think that will greatly help us in terms of just, being able to, just mass form all those points and just kind of get all those specific items that is within the achievement. So you guys can definitely let me know how do you guys feel about this quality update. I think this is probably the best one they have done so far, and I'm definitely looking forward to what they can do in the near future. I think that is pretty much it. So I think moving down a little bit further up here. So wow, so this is New Year's greeting. So yeah, so this tells you guys that they have not really been updating the development notes for like an extremely long time. So yeah, a total of 3 months has passed. So okay, but with that being said, that is going to be pretty much it. So like I said again, you guys can definitely let me know how you guys feel about this new update over here, and then I'll catch you guys all on the next one.